Hello everyone, happy Thursday. Thanks for coming to another craft night with friends. All right, we are still working on the the summer fox embroidery pattern. We're getting farther. I thought we'd be not this far yet tonight, so I'm really happy. I'm thinking we still might be able to finish it by tomorrow. So we'll see. We're going to stitch a whole pile of the little lavender lazy daisy stitches tonight. So that's the plan. Thanks again for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together. All right, you guys, let's get going. All right, so here we are where we left off from last night. Let's get on down here again. Okay, so we finished all of the green on this side. We also did the rest of this squiggle last night. So I'm happy with how that turned out. That was fun. So tonight is going to be another night full of basically single chain stitches or lazy daisy stitches, all of these little fellas here. And actually, that reminds me, I have been stitching all day today. I am working on these cute little floral patterns. We have some gladiolas. That one I'm done with. These are little 4-inch patterns too, and so this one's going to be zinnias. So that's what made me think of it, because I'm in the middle of doing a whole pile of single chain stitches here. So basically, I've been doing all day today, I'm going to be doing on the fox tonight. And then I have 3 more that will be coming soon too. I got some coral bells and a lily, and also, what's this one? Oh, some poppies. And those are all going to be the smaller size, those little 4-inch fellers like this. So working on that, so stay tuned. I don't know, a week or 2, we might have those done and up in the shop. So we'll see where we are with that. But it made me think of this because I'm going to be doing basically that all night tonight, a whole pile of the lazy daisy stitches. So all right, I'm going to start with my lilac season floss here. So let's find an end. All right, so I'm going to be using 3 strands of floss again. I have my instructions near me. They're right here, so I just have it nearby so I can always just check back. But basically, everything that I've left here is going to be purple. So we'll do all that purple first tonight, and then I think we're going to get these little bugs. So we got kind of 2 little monarchs and a couple flies. So this is that fox that's been in our backyard. And the first time we saw him, he just was nipping at the flies, like he was eating all the flies, all the grasshoppers in the yard. And so I had to put little bugs in there too. Oh, you like them? Oh, I'm so happy, Shirley. Yeah, so that's been my new little project I'm working on. And I actually have an end use to these ones. So for those floral patterns that I'm working on, I'm gonna make them kits, but they're actually gonna go. The ones that I work on are gonna go to a few of the artist friends that I used to work with at the greeting card place. So one of those friends put together a whole art trade. So my month is September, so I have to make 5 little pieces of art to send to the 5 other people in that little cute little artist group. So they're each gonna get one of those flowers each person. So it's funny, I don't always have an end goal with these projects, and that one actually has an end goal. So I'm excited about that. So later, next week and the week after, we actually have a free week. I'm going to start right here. So I'm going to weave in the ends right at the end here. But we have a couple free weeks coming up, and I think maybe we'll do one of those flowers during that time. But if anything, I want to make like backs to them. So I want to make like little, almost like a label to go in the back of the embroidery. So like a to and a from and what the project is. So I thought I could show how I'm actually doing that. So once these are done, I'll make like another little piece that says, to whoever from, Alyssa, and maybe the date and stuff. And that we will include right on the back with this. So there's a few different ways I could do that. And I thought we could play around with what some of those ways might be. So if you wanted to send in, make an embroidery for somebody, then you could do like a nice label. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So either next week or the week after, we'll do something like that. All right, so these are all these single chain stitches. I think I cut a little too long of floss again. All right, so I'm gonna do that sewing method where I go in and out in the same motion. So I'm going in the same spot there and then up at the top of that arc. So you can kind of see like way close up here, I have one of my little arcs. It's basically just exactly how we made all these little green fellers yesterday. I'm coming up within that circle. Oh yeah, I have a lot of floss here. But I like actually holding it with my thumb here, then it stays, my first part that's coming out of the fabric stays taut while this other thread is going back in the same hole. There we go, and then let's anchor it down with a tiny stitch. I've literally all day been making these little lazy daisy stitches for that zinnias flower. So these are supposed to be zinnias, but I don't know, everyone's posting all their pictures of the dahlias that are outside right now, and I figure they kind of look like the dahlias too, but they're meant to be zinnias. But yeah, so the other one of there, I have a yellow one, a pink one, and I think the other one's going to be like that pinky orange coral color that I like. Got this one a little twisted. All right, so here we go. This one has 7 of those lazy daisy stitches in. We are just going to chill and make all of these single chain stitches. I kind of use the single chain stitch and lazy daisy stitch interchangeably. I really mean, well, I guess it's kind of both here. So lazy daisy stitch is just a whole pile of single chain stitches around a point versus just a single chain stitch, which is one on its lonesome. So it is kind of a combo of that. It's not going around a circle per se here, but it is going around like 2 points, and then we're just moving up and doing another 2. And this top one has 3. So I suppose they're kind of like lazy daisies. But unless it's like a true circle, to me it's not quite a daisy. But sometimes I call them lazy daisy stitches, sometimes I call them single chain stitches. They're oftentimes called detached chain stitches as well. Oh, Colette says, my first thought when I saw them was zinnia. Okay, that makes me happy, because that's what they're supposed to be, and I just wasn't sure if they might be misread as something else, so okay, cool. That makes me feel great. Good. Then I will keep calling them zinnias and not dahlias. But man, some of these dahlias, my John's cousin lives in town here, and she's getting into gardening, and she has a lot of zinnias and dahlias, but now her dahlias are blooming, and she's making these gorgeous, gorgeous bouquets with these huge dahlias. They're pretty, with just fun colors. And before that was the zinnias. I think she still has some of those yet, though. Uh-oh, got stuck on the top here. right, 3 more on here. So this is what I mean. We're just going to be hanging out. Doesn't look like there's a lot going on here, but these little lavenders are pretty densely packed in here. So they're going to take a little bit of time. But that's okay. So with those floral patterns, I was working with just 2 strands of floss, and now I'm using 3 strands. So these are going to be a little bit more packed in and dense feeling because we have that 1 extra strand of floss thickening up our leaves here. All right, last one here. I'm definitely getting into the habit, you know, basically because I've been practicing all day today, but getting in the habit of getting my thumb in here to hold down, like making that loop and holding down my floss. That's been really helpful. Because one of the things you might have a little bit of an issue with these single chain stitches or lazy daisy stitches, and I'm just saying this because I was having this issue earlier, if I'm not holding this first part taut, you know, I'm going back in the same hole here. But since I'm going back in the same hole, it wants to pull that thread that's already coming out of that hole. It wants to pull it back through the hole, and that can make it like knot up and, you know, get like looser and just mess things up. So by holding it taut here, that's actually helping me, helping it not go back into that same hole. So I've been getting in the habit of just kind of getting that thumb activated in there to hold it down. Oh, Shirley says, I love zinnias. They definitely look like zinnias. Okay, good. So that's, out of all these flowers, I think the zinnias are, here's the zinnias again. The zinnias are the ones that I'm like probably least like attached to, I guess. I really like them, but I mean, like, as far as like growing up, like I feel like I know these other flowers a whole lot better, like gladiolas. Maybe not the poppies so much, but I just think poppies are so interesting. I do really like poppies. But the corabells and the lily and the gladiolas feel more familiar to me than the zinnias. But Mom's been growing some zinnias. So these are basically all Mom's plants. So I like how they're turning out. But I love the different colors of the zinnia. So this one will be, let's see, that one's going to be this coral, kind of this coral orange color. Oh, there we go. So that's going to be the coral orange. And then I think I'm going to be using lime. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. I'm going to be using this lime peel color for all of the greenery. So the leaves and the stems. So that's going to just be bright and playful. I'm excited for that one. I think that's actually my favorite one out of all of these, which is funny because, like I said, it's the one I'm kind of like least, you know, have feelings for, I guess. All right. There's this guy, and I guess we'll just travel up to this. I think I'm gonna go in the backs of the stitches here so I don't have quite as big of a jump. Like, not quite as big of a toe catcher there. All right, and I am keeping the hoop a little more loose, or the fabric a little bit more loose in the hoop, just because for that sewing motion, where I go in and out in the same motion, it is a little bit easier if the fabric's a little more loose. There we go. Now here I could go all the way up on one side and come all the way down the other. That'd be kind of fun. Although the next place I'll probably go is up here, so maybe I want to end at the top before jumping up there. So I think I'll switch off sides again. But maybe the next one I'll go all the way up and come all the way down. You can do whatever you want. Oh, Gina says the bright color of zinnias are why I love them so much. Ah, fun. Yeah, they're pretty. Super pretty. And it's crazy. I love the ones that like are gradients from one color to another. I was going to do that with some of these in here. But I decided to keep it a little more simple. But you totally could do that with this pattern, I think. Just do like whatever colors you want, your favorite zinnia colors. So much floss in such a small area for these lavenders. I think our house siding and gutters is finally done, I think. And roof, all that was like all part of the same process that took a couple of years. So this is all of our new house, I guess, I don't know, I suppose you could call it remodel, is from, I think, like 2 years ago when we had some hail damage. And so we were able to get some insurance for the siding and the roof and that sort of thing. So they're just finishing all that up, and it's turned out so nice, I think. But now it's going to be a lot quieter here during the day, so I'm hoping I can do some more kind of lives during some of these days too. Maybe starting next month or something, I'll start doing more of those during the day. But I think that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, it's just been so loud. Did you say I'm using 2 strands for the lavender? Nope, Paula, I'm using 3 strands for this whole thing. I was saying that for these flower ones that I was working on today. So these are 2 strands. So I can show you kind of the difference here. So this one, let's get real close here. So the zinnias here are 2 strands, all these single chain stitches, and these ones are 3. So it's a subtle difference, but these ones are just a little bit more thick, a little more packed in, just because it has that one less strand of thread in it. Or this one has one more strand, and I think I've actually put these stitches a little closer together. But I love that. That's kind of what lavender looks like, all that little tuft of lavender flowers. Oh, interesting. Catherine says, my zinnias have been beautiful this year. For some reason, yellow is the most prominent. I wonder how that works. I'm guessing it's predetermined. But I wonder if it's like something like, if it's hotter, then you get more of these, or if you get a different color or something. But I don't know. I guess my first thought is that it's predetermined beforehand, that this is a yellow one, this is a green one, or a pink one, or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe it's like peppers that start green and change color. I don't know. Are your flower patterns available in the shop? So they're not there yet, but they will be very, very soon. I'm hoping I think it'll be within August still. That's why I get them all stitched up, so I can take photos for the covers. But yeah, so they will not be a limited time though, so they are going to be permanent ones. So I'm trying to, I know we have these embroidery of the months that are just for the month, but I'm trying to introduce some new patterns and kits, especially these cute little ones, the 4-inch ones, that won't be going away. That'll be like in the permanent collection, I suppose. So nope, they will not go away. So they'll probably be up. Gosh, theoretically next week, but it might be the week after. But we are shooting to have them up in August still. But yeah, so I'm literally just starting stitching them for the first time today, and I only got the 1.5 done. So I'll get through those. But I'd like to maybe stitch one of them live with you guys, and then I will get them up. I could do a pre-order, but we'll probably announce it in our we will announce it in our newsletter and stuff too. So, and they won't go away. So as long as you're, around, we'll be talking about them. So if you keep coming to the lives, or if you're opening our newsletters or that sort of thing, we will definitely tell you when they're available. But I'm having a lot of fun. They were jolted into fruition by that artist friend deciding that we should all do a project together, basically, and all of Mom's fun flowers, and I'm like, you know what, this would just be a fun collection. So that's what it's turning out to be. But yeah, I'm excited to do some more little fun things like that. And I know some chickens have been asked for, and I do actually have a drawing of those already, so I'd love to do those in these little mini small embroideries as well. So stay tuned for some just kits that'll stay around. And like we did those smiley embroidery patterns, and the roller skates, those will stay around too. But yeah, I'm trying to introduce more of those. Oh, Lynn says there'll be a lovely additions to my COVID quilt. I need a few more embroidery blocks. Oh, fun. Yeah, they actually they're pretty, they seem detailed, right? These little flower things, but it actually went pretty quick today yet. And I was filming and stuff too, so you'll see more TikToks, more Instagram Reels, and all that as I go with that floral collection. So that makes them take a little bit longer, I suppose, for me to do too. But they all were much faster than this, like maybe an hour and a half or so. I'll have to time the next one. But yeah, so the size is really, really nice, I think. That smaller size. All right. These are coming around. So we got 3 done. So we have 3 left here. How much thread do I have? Okay, enough to hang out a little longer. So let's do that. I think I'm just gonna jump over here. I don't usually like doing these jumps, but we've done it a few times already, so whatever. We're in it now, doing the jumps. The other option is I could have started a fresh piece of floss. So what I'm talking about is I jumped from here to there. That's barely anything, so I don't even know why I'm whining about it. But like, if I didn't want that jump on here, like if this was for a tea towel or something, I could have started fresh right here and just started weaving in my ends again. Or I could have traveled, like I could have brought the thread behind all these stitches, then come over here and then come back up and then started, but I don't know. Oh, that sounds like too much work today, so we just did the jump. So now I'm starting at this top one. Oh, this one I was going to go from bottom to top, but whatever. We're doing it this way now. I'm going to work my way down. Maybe I can get all of these, and maybe I can travel down and get that last little one down here. We'll see. This sewing method, though, going in and out in the same motion and then holding the thread with my thumb here, that's helped speed these up quite a bit. So I am trying to go fast because I would like to still hopefully get close to finishing this on Friday. But now as I stitch this, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if we'll be finishing on Friday because we are literally we're on our 4th lavender. There's 2 more on this side, and it's already 9 o'clock, so there's no way I'm finishing like these, I don't know, 9 lavenders over here, plus the green, and plus these bugs in one sitting, so we will definitely be working on this on Monday again. Next week is our free week, kind of the last week of the month, but we have an extra free week because August and September kind of meet in the middle, so it's kind of not a full week of September and not a full week of August, so we don't have one of our normal projects going, so it's kind of like we get a double free week. So I think we'll finish this guy up, and I want to finish that mandala love. I got this guy sitting here yet. Oops, that's the back. This guy's sitting waiting to be finished. I am going to cry if we do not get that done with the 2 free weeks that we have going on here. It's just never going to get done then. So it'll be a couple of embroidery weeks, and then like I said, I'd like to make the to and from kind of labels to go on the backs of these when I'm done, before sending them to my friends. And so it'll be a pile of embroidery that we'll be working on through the end of the month. So if you have been thinking about starting something embroidery-wise and you haven't before, or you're wondering about a few stitches, now would be the time to, these next couple of weeks, to get that project out, and then you can ask your questions and we can work through it. Alright, I think I have maybe enough for... Ooh, that one's a little messy, but that's fine. Do I have enough for that one down there? Ugh, I'm going to try. So I'm going to travel down to that stitch there. Let's just see if this is long enough for... Oh yeah, I think we get this last one. So sometimes the lavender has those little extra lavender bits a little bit lower. So we have one of those here. And I have just enough floss for it, I think. Yep, happy almost Friday to you, and happy Friday to the Australians, all you Australians. You're in the future. So you're gonna have Friday already. Thursday. So Thursday, I'm at the warehouse all day on Wednesdays, and it's exhausting. So when I come back, Thursdays always feel like almost like Saturdays. Fridays are Saturdays, and then I'm like, oh wait, it's only Thursday. But yes, so happy almost Friday to you too. It's felt like Friday all day. All right. Snip. All right, here, why don't I use the needle threader again? I know some of you guys are really liking our needle threaders. We'll do the this other purple piece with that, which is helpful, especially for these where I'm using, three or more strands. That can be a little bit more difficult to thread. All right, so I'm gonna first thread the needle to the threader. So it's got that metal piece here. So I'm just going to, that's much easier to thread through the needle because it's stiff, it's not floppy. All right, and then it's got that hole made up of the wire, this little kind of diamond. So we're gonna put the floss through there. Okay, and let that hang, and now we can just pull the needle back over that, and it'll bring the floss right through the needle. And then we just pull the floss away from the needle threader. That's all there is to it. All right, we got 2 of these guys left. I gotta shape this one a little bit. He's looking a little wonky. I think I got one of the threads was a little more loose than the other ones. Oh, it's fine. Okay, let's weave in the end here. So maybe this one I'll come up on one side, go down on the other side, then we'll jump over here and do the same thing up on one side, down the other. I think it'll be all right. Okay, so I'll weave in right here. Ooh, man. John made a super yummy curry for dinner, and I'm doing this stitching like right in the little dining room that we have, so it's by the kitchen, and it just smells so yummy in here still. Oops. Oh, and I forgot I haven't been using the thread conditioner tonight. I should my next floss I'll use my brother's thread conditioner. We have been testing out his thread conditioner that he's trying out. So that one that we kind of thought was like a little like snickerdoodle smelling. My parents are here, and they were thinking it smelled more like apple-ish, and then the moment they said it, I'm like, oh yeah, it does smell like kind of apple. So it's kind of apple, cinnamony, and like toasty and stuff too, like almost like apple pie, but it's not quite apple pie or anything either. I still think it's got a hint of apple, but it's not overpoweringly apple. The other one is definitely a winter green. Oops. I forgot I was doing up one side, down the other, so I'll do that from here on out. The other one's definitely like pine needles and that sort of thing, and we think they might be calling that one alpine. And then there's that third one that we just can't quite pinpoint yet. Oh yeah, that's if you're having trouble on Facebook, definitely try that. We haven't had to do that in a while, but sometimes if you completely delete the app from your device and then turn the app, then download it again, that can help. So, Facebook might just be doing an update, and that might help do the update. It sounds scary because it's like, oh man, is all my stuff gonna go away or whatever, but as long as you know your login, which I think for Facebook is usually your phone number or an email address, then all your info and stuff will be there. But yeah, I remember that we used to have to do that a lot. I haven't had to do that in a while, but yeah, so if you're having trouble with Facebook, definitely try totally deleting the app and putting it back on. All right, one up one side. Here's that middle one. And we got two on this side. All right, so I got a whole nother one to go yet, but when we're done here, I want to still try and get all these little kind of bugs going on in here. That'll feel like we got a lot done. Then all that's left is the rest of the lavender on that side, which I still don't think we'll get done, or even really close to done tomorrow. But we'll get farther. All right, let's jump over here. And this one I'll go all the way up one side and then down the other way again. I think that's kind of fun. Ooh, they can call that one baked apples. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, Marie, thanks. Marie says that she likes these stitches and they really convey lavender. Yeah, lavender just has that really dense little bunch on top that's kind of like a pillar like this a little bit. So yeah, I think that's think it's turning out. And with these extra little ones that are kind of pop in at the bottom every once in a while. It's a little less bushy than real lavender. Like my parents have some lavender, and it's always kind of more of like a condensed bush. Not a bush, but just like a condensed area. And then you have the next plant over. That's another little condensed one. I did not see Raspberry today, so we've been calling this little fox Raspberry because our real fox that visits the garden, he's napped twice that we've seen underneath our raspberry bush, or just like next to the raspberry bush. So I thought Raspberry would be a cute name for him. We have not seen him today, but there were construction people here today yet. So, and you know, it hasn't been daily, so it's been kind of like a random sighting, but it has been more than once this summer. And our neighbors have seen him. Several neighbors have seen him too, and the one neighbor says that he thinks he's making a den in their yard. So his like home is like, you know, the 6 houses in the immediate area, I think. But no, so maybe it'll be quieter tomorrow, and he'll know that the construction people aren't coming anymore, and then we'll see him again. I hope so. He's cute. But yeah, we did do that. If you didn't see that video, I put it up on Reels too, on Instagram Reels, of him in our garden, kind of settling underneath the raspberry bush. And he just took a nap there. But he's just all skinny and cute in his summer coat. I hope he stays for the winter, though, because we had 2 foxes in the backyard. Just like once or twice we saw them in the winter, and they're definitely, you know, poofier and have their winter coat on and stuff. But just so neat. Because we basically live in the city, so it's weird to have... I mean, we're just like just outside the city, so it's funny to have real wilderness around. I wonder what the country foxes think of the city foxes. And we have city turkeys and geese. I had to turn quick because the geese were gonna come and block my way in the road the other day. If I would have left home like 5 minutes later, I think they would have blocked all of traffic for you know, whenever they decide to leave. It's funny to see turkeys around too. Marie, I do not have a plan for this one yet. So no plans for this. Although I think, you know, I still like the idea, and this was with the last one too. Like, it'd be fun to make like a tote bag, I think, where we put some, like, do some fabric piecing around it. Kind of like this is like the center of a log cabin quilt or something, and do like a little patchwork thing, and then make some tote bags. I think that'd be really fun. For now, it's just going to be stored in case I need to take a photo of it for something, but I kind of have a lot of those, so I'm going to need to do something with all these at some point soon here. All right, finished all that lavender on this side. That's looking good. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot more lavender on that side, and this took forever, so I'm thinking we won't be doing that all in one day. Let's weave in the end, but look how dense. I mean, there's a lot of surface area there. All right, so I'm going to just weave this in, and I want to do those little butterflies and flies. Okay, let's get this all tightened up here again. just kind of had it loose to do those single chain stitches. So, all right, I'll save. This is a pretty good piece of that purple yet, so I might need that for over there, so I'm going to save that. Okay, let's take a look at this. So I have this little monarch here. I have another one here. Those both have orange wings and gray bodies. So I'm thinking we get the orange out. And I just start and stop right here, and then start and stop right here. And then that's it for the orange. We'll be done with the orange. And then these three flies have this fawn colored wings. So I think we'll do those next. And then all of them have gray bodies. So the flies just get little dots, but the monarchs have gray bodies. So then we can get one piece of gray and kind of work at that. Okay, so that's my plan. Let's do that. Hey, Sharon. Like kind of mapping it out a bit beforehand. Yeah, so I'm going to weave in the backs of these stitches here. Then we can just make that little small leap up. Maybe, I think we can get all these little flies and butterflies done before we leave tonight. That's good progress. Then I can feel like at least that I got a whole thing done. I got all those, the bugs are out of the way. Okay. So these are just more of the same, more single single chain stitches. Or lazy daisy stitches. So remember, don't pull the stitches too tightly, because then they won't have that pretty teardrop shape, and we definitely want that shape for these butterflies. All right, tack that down. I got the two on the other side. Cute. I like just these simple butterflies with just a couple chain stitches. Ooh, let's poof that one up a little bit more. There we go. All right, tack it down. All right, so there's the one. I'm going to weave in the end there, and then I'll cut it, and then I'll do the same thing over here for this one. So we'll just go down to here. Missed one. All right, I'm gonna weave it. I can see through the fabric here enough so I can see the next spot. We'll go right here. Oops. Okay. These little stitches in. Actually, I'd like to at least get the wings done tonight. Maybe we won't have time for all the bodies, but if that's the case, we'll get those first thing tomorrow. this is it for the orange. We don't have any more orange in this piece. Ooh, yeah, see, this time I wasn't holding down that loop and I could feel it coming through to the back. There we go. All right. Gonna weave that in. Alright, don't need this scrap anymore. Cute! Alright, so let's try and do these 3 wings here. 6 wings on 3 flies. That is with this fawn color, and it looks like I need to get a new piece. I don't have any scraps left. I don't need a long piece though. I guess my 18 inches or so yet. So it was 90 degrees here again today and humid, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys do on those sorts of days, because it's hard to be outside, but it's hard to be inside too. You just want to, it's summer, you want to be outside, but ugh, it's tough. I think we're going to go for a nice walk when we're done here, so it's a little cooler. But man, it's a lot. All right. Our 3 little strands. So I'll weave in the end here. But I might just travel up to get to this one because that's pretty close. This one I'll probably start fresh. And I think that might be all we get done tonight. We'll see. These are those little horse flies that, or deer, no, horse flies that they were eating. This little fox. Oh, Lynn says it's so humid again here in southern Wisconsin. I'm so looking forward to winter. Oh man, I wouldn't go so far as say that, but like, you know, so a nice 70-degree fall wouldn't be bad. But yeah, it's like that here too, just stuffy. Ugh, and hot. I felt bad for the guys putting the gutters on today. It was just toasty outside. And the thing is, like, it could be, if it was just like a hair less humid, it'd be tolerable, but oh man, it was just a lot. Oh, Amy says I have a stitch that I have been having trouble with consistency. Oh, cast on stitch. Oh, like for knitting. Working like a knitted cast on. Are you familiar with that? Oh, that embroidery stitch. Like a cast on. Huh. So I know the idea of like these kind of like loopy stitches that that you can keep connecting like knitting almost. Huh, like a knitting cast on. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm actually reading a embroidery stitch book right now. I'll look at, if you know the name, let me know. Just cast on stitch. Huh. Nope, I'll have to look that one up. But that'd be fun to try. I'm all for trying some different stitches here. Yeah, exactly, Sharon. And it just sucks being in, I mean, AC's freaking awesome, but like it'd be just so nice to have all the windows open and stuff, but you just can't. Oh, Lynn says, never too cold for this Polish Norwegian girl. Oh man, I don't know. That's a nice magic trick. Alright, there we are. So I'm going to weave in the end here. And then we'll just jump over there and weave in. Weave in again there. Yeah, if you're in southern Wisconsin, then you know the real cold. Here too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need any -70s this winter. We could mellow out for a little, that'd be good. Is it like where you cast on the stitches on the needle a number of times before tacking it down? I'm gonna have to dig into that too. There's a couple that kind of, in my head, I haven't done them, but in my head feel a little bit like knitting, because you are actually kind of doing that. You're kind of keeping on looping it and then tacking it down on the other side. I'm not sure that's what you're meaning, though. I'm going to look it up. Oh, you saw that someone do that for a body of a butterfly. Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, like you keep looping around like the one before a little bit, the row before. Like I have a picture of it, but I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Ooh, winter hikes in the woods with your 2 Australian shepherds. Oh, it's good for your soul. That sounds just pretty and lovely. Still, beautiful winter days are lovely. That's true. All right. Got those little fly wings in there. Let's weave in our end. And actually, I think that's it for the fawn color as well. And I think we might end it there for the night, and we'll pick up tomorrow with the little bodies for these. So, because then we can go over the French knots again. So we have a few stitches for the body of the monarchs, and then French knots for the flies. So I think we'll start there tomorrow, and then we got all of this lavender to do. Yeah, that's going to take some time. So I don't think it'll take more than 2 days, though. So like Friday, tomorrow, we'll get the bodies done, and then we'll probably get like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these done, maybe? Ugh, maybe just that. And then maybe we'll just finish up the other bit on Monday. I think we can do it that way. All right. Okay, so I like our progress on here yet. We're getting there. Can definitely we have this first half done, so over there that's completely done. But yeah, so we'll keep working on that lavender tomorrow, and I think we will be bleeding into Monday a little bit, but that's fine. We're gonna have 2 more weeks of embroidery, I think. A week and a half left for this embroidery of the month before it goes away. So be sure to check that out, the Summer Fox kit and fabric only, and also the PDF pattern we have available over at penguinandfish.com. And I hope you join me again tomorrow. We'll almost finish this up. Not quite, but we'll get there. All right, you guys, thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Have a good night.